Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I have the blush going on. I ran out of the kind that I normally use and I'm trying out a different kind, and it may not appear that bright in the video when I upload this footage, but like in the viewfinder right here, it's very noticeable. Anyways, I'm trying to do my assignment for the week for one of my classes. I've put it off until the very last minute, and now I'm trying to scramble and see what it is and get it done. I glanced at it at the beginning of the week just to kind of tell how much it would take me and how long it would take me, and I don't think it'll take that long. We're using the book Lens on Reading. Hang on, let me get it and I'll show you. Okay, we're using this book, which I've already used for another class. I had to read it for a I don't even know what that class was called, educational theories and something, I don't know. This one's called Teaching Reading in Secondary Schools. I thought I had finished with this book because it is the most boring book I've ever read. If you like educational theories and learning, you know, how different styles of teaching originated, then you might like this. I found it very boring. Some of the stuff was interesting. Most of it was just so boring, but we're using it again for this class, so I had to drag it back out. And this first assignment that we're doing, we are, I don't know why it's going dark, I guess because of that, but for the first week we have to read chapter 1 and then do an alphabet box, I think, and then do a discussion on it. So I don't think it will take that long. I hope not, because like I said, I've waited to the very last second to do it, so I'm gonna try and knock this out. My camera battery is dying. I've gone 3 videos without having a camera battery issue, so I've lost my streak. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this so I can hopefully get this knocked out in a couple hours. If I check back in with y'all in a little bit and I'm crying, you know that it has taken me way longer than what I'm anticipating. Hopefully it won't. I'll check back in with y'all later though. Okay, so it's been quite a while since I talked with y'all last, yet I'm still here at my desk. I'm still working. It's like 5 o'clock, so the sun is setting. There's a weird lighting situation going on. We're just gonna look past it. I'm still here at my desk, still trying to work on this assignment that is due in like 4 hours, I think. I'm almost finished. I thought I'd show y'all what, well, I thought I could just spin y'all around, but it doesn't work that way. I thought I'd show y'all what I had so far. We have to create an alphabet box on the first chapter of this book. I know I showed y'all the book earlier, and y'all know how I hate this book. The alphabet box strategy, which I love, I used that a lot in my classroom. It's a really good strategy that you can use for pretty much anything, but it would have been really easy to use like in the second chapter or the third chapter when you actually got into the educational theories and like all of the different ones and all of the different philosophers and all of the people who created the theories. It would have been easy and it would have been very interesting. It's extremely hard to create alphabet boxes when the whole entire chapter is just about introducing you to what a theory is and how it's different from a model. There's not a whole lot of like new information. It's just explaining what everything is. So it's very hard to come up with some of the letters because it's just basically theories and models. I got to finish this up, and then I've got to post it and then do peer discussions. So I've got another couple hours. I had taken a break when I last talked with y'all, and I went over and visited with my grandparents. So I just have gotten back and I've had supper, and now I'm pretty much here for the rest of the afternoon. So I can imagine that this is very interesting, but I did want to update y'all because I'm trying to be consistent on vlogging and share what I'm doing. So I'll try to come up with something a little bit more fun in the next little section. But this is my Sunday afternoon. Okay, I just had to share, I am almost finished. I have all of A to do. I haven't even come up with a letter for A. I've come up with a letter for F. I haven't written it yet. Same thing with H. And then down at the bottom, I have nothing for either Y or Z. But I am chipping away at it.
Saying I should slow down, but
Okay, I finally got A done. It was a struggle. I ended up going with the word approach. I was going to go with authors, but I couldn't make that work, and I found approach mentioned several times in here, so I made it work. I'm finished now with everything except the very last one, Y and Z. So I'm going to try and come up with something for that. I haven't seen anything, so it may have to be kind of some abstract idea, and I just kind of fit it in there and make it work. But we're on our very last one, so let's see if we can get it knocked out. Okay, so I finally settled on young for Y. This was a person that they mentioned in the book. They looked at the social constructiveness theory, and it looked at how children learn to read at home and how their mothers help them, and it looked at all the different variables for it to determine whether any of those various variables affected how the child learned to read at home. I feel good about that one now. Okay, so I'm finished with this. I'm going to now post it after I proof it and everything. I hate to turn something in without proofing it. So I'm gonna proof this, turn it in, work on peer discussions, and then I'll be done for the day. I've got 2 books sitting in my little basket. I finished 2 books for the month that I need, not like grad school work. I transitioned and didn't tell y'all what I was transitioning to. I've got 2 books that I'm currently, that I've read for just fun, but have nothing to do with grad work. I've got those 2 books, and I need to do my little journal entries for those. So I may try and film. I filmed that on my phone for my reading account, my book account. So I thought I'd try and film me filming myself for that, just so that y'all can see that whole process and how I did that. So if peer discussions don't go on too long, I may try and do that tonight. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. I'm in my kitchen, as you can see. I'm going to attempt to brew tea. I have not made tea since high school, maybe. I've not, I've drank sweet tea before, and I love sweet tea. That's why I want to brew some this morning. I just never drink it at my house. I'm trying to cut out the Diet Coke because I am addicted to Diet Coke, and I know it's awful for you. So I'm trying to do a gradual weaning myself off of it. So I've got to where I just drink Diet Coke with meals. I have it in the morning, and then I drink it when I have lunch and when I have supper. And that's working out pretty good. But I hate water during meals. So I've been drinking Crystal Light, like lemonade, but I don't like lemonade with certain foods. I'm not a huge lemonade fan anyways, but I really don't like it with certain foods. So I think tea is gonna be my go-to. I love Starbucks sweet tea, and if you notice on the label that they print out, it's just black tea with liquid sugar. I cannot find liquid, it says liquid cane sugar. I cannot find that in the grocery store. I have found, I'll show you guys in a second, I have found a sweetener, an artificial sweetener in a liquid form, and I'm gonna use that. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I love that the Starbucks sweet tea, it tastes basically like unsweetened tea. And I know I could do unsweetened tea, but I would like just a little bit of sweetness to it. So we're gonna attempt this. I'm gonna show how I'm brewing tea for the first time in years, and so you'll see me looking at the directions a lot because it's been a while. I'm going to try this though and see if this will be something that I can drink with meals. My next step after that is to just drink Diet Coke in the morning when I get up, and I have to have that it's not just really the caffeine, it's just really the carbonation, I guess. But I'm trying to get, slowly away from that completely, but it's going to be a process. So we're going to try and attempt to make the Starbucks sweet tea here in my kitchen today. Okay, so I've got my supplies. I've got the pot, I've got the pitcher, I've got the tea, the most important ingredient, and then this is the liquid cane sugar alternative artificial. I don't exactly know what it is, but it was in that section, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna set you guys up, and I'm going to attempt to, if I can get y'all set up, I'm gonna attempt to brew some tea. Y'all wish me luck. Okay, so so the first step, if you guys are new to brewing tea like I am, the first step is to place the tea bags that are in here into a pitcher, but you've got to boil the water first. So a little bit ahead of needing this, so I gotta boil some water first. How many cups did it say? Oh, yes, 4. We've got it. 4 cups are in this pot. So now we wait for the water to boil. Okay, so the water is just about to boil, and then according to the directions on the box, we have to pour it into the pitcher, and it says a heat-proof pitcher. I'm just gonna hope this is a heat-proof pitcher. Surely it is. If not, we're gonna have a really big mess, but we're gonna hope that this is heat-proof. So I'm gonna pour the water in here and then place 2 of these tea bags. I was reading on here, didn't realize this when I bought this, but it says it's pre-sweetened for 1-step prep. 1-step prep. I think I'm on like the 5th step. But I don't think that my sweetener alternative is gonna work. So I may just skip that anyways, which I was reading on this and there's no like equivalent sugar ratio, like how many tablespoons or teaspoons you put based on what you want with sugar. So I don't really know how to use that now. So I'm gonna have to do some research. So I think I'm just gonna try and brew this and we'll see. I wasn't really wanting sweet tea because I don't want the calories for that, but surely it's not a whole lot. Maybe it's like a lightened sweetener like Starbucks uses. So now it just has turned into a brew tea with me cooking episode. Clearly not a how-to, because I fear this is going to go off the rails. Hopefully we won't have water busting out of this. Hopefully it's heat proof. I'm really worried about that. Okay, water's boiling. Moment of truth. Let's hope that this is heat proof. Okay, I think we're good. Now, 2 tea bags. Let me just turn that off. Okay, 2 tea bags. I wonder if you take this whole thing off. We're gonna stick it in there. I think that's to pull it out, right? Maybe? I don't know. I need to. Okay. And then you just let it sit in there. Place 2 tea bags in a heat-proof pitcher with 4 cups. Brew 3 to 5 minutes. Remove tea bags. Okay. So apparently you just let it sit in there for 3 to 5 minutes. Oh, I need to set a timer. We'll do 4 since it's right in the middle. Okay, I'll check back in with you when I hopefully have some tea. So it's definitely looking like tea. I'm feeling better about my progress now. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the tea to brew, I've gone ahead and looked at the next step, and it says to use either ice cubes, and if you don't use ice cubes, then you need to put in 4 cups of water. So I'm gonna go and get that ready so that when this is finished, we'll have the next step ready. Okay, well, I said I was gonna do that, but then the timer went off. So now it's time to take out the tea bags, which is easier said than done. Let me share this process with y'all. Okay, it is done. I've added in the 4 cups of water. I'm gonna give it a little shake. Not that I think it needs it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And then I'm going to fix a cup or a glass and see how it tastes. Okay, so I have fixed my glass of sweet tea. I've tasted it. It does taste good, but it's not what I'm wanting. It's still not what Starbucks sweet tea tastes like. This, I'm assuming because it was pre-sweetened and it has no calories, I'm assuming it's an artificial sweetener, because you can definitely taste the artificial sweetener, and I don't love that. So I think I needed to have gotten just regular black tea and then substituted in a sweetener, or even tried unsweetened tea maybe that would be more of what I like, because that's really what the Starbucks tea tastes like. It's very, very weak. This has like that aftertaste that I don't like. So it wasn't a complete fail. I did remember how to, or relearn how to brew tea. That was an adventure that I took y'all on, I'm sure. But it's still not what I'm wanting. So, okay, so it's time to start the actual day now that I've gotten all of this after I clean up my mess. That's the ice maker, if y'all hear that. I don't know how well it's going to pick up on camera. Anyways, today is the first day of the Teachers Pay Teacher sale. I've got one new product that I need to get uploaded by this afternoon. It's figurative language display posters. The ones I had were really old and I needed to redesign some. So I made those yesterday. I need to get those created, like printed out and photographed. So I'm going to do that. What else? There was something else that I needed to do. Oh, I need to film the little journal entries. I was going to do that when I finished my classwork Sunday afternoon, but I never did. I was just so exhausted I didn't want to do anything else. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later on. Okay, so it's later on in the day. I've just had lunch and I'm starting to get back to work. I'm working on, my camera tripod is a little wobbly today. I'm working on these figurative language posters that I showed y'all, or that I told y'all about earlier. So I've printed them off. I did a black and white version, which I actually like better. And then I did a colored version on colored paper so that you could get an idea of what it looked like. So I need to take a picture of them, but y'all know how I like to do the little dots around it. I mean, it's completely optional. You definitely don't have to do it, but I just always like doing that. I always like doing that because it photographs better and it looks better, but then I also like to just sit here and turn on something on the computer, like on Netflix or Hulu, and just watch that. That's like the equivalent of cutting out laminating to me, or like cutting out bulletin board letters. I just always love doing that. So I'm going to do it for a couple that I'm going to photograph, and then I've got a board in my bonus room that I photographed my guided read alouds on, so I'm just going to take that stuff off of the board and do a couple of these just to get an idea and photograph for the resource. So let's do that, and then I will show you how all that turns out. Okay, I was going to set y'all up this way, but the sun is so bright, so I think I'm going to do it this way. Hopefully you can see. I was going to show y'all what I was watching on the computer because I've been rewatching The Vampire Diaries. That's what I'm going to watch right now, and I thought, oh, that's neat. That can be in the background, but it's not going to work out that way. So I'm going to set y'all up this way, and you'll just have this background. I've got my cup here. I went to Jack's for lunch. I think that's a southern thing. Some of y'all are probably thinking, I have no idea what she's talking about. I don't think it's just Alabama. I think it's like around the South. Let me know if you don't know what a Jack's is, or if you have a Jack's in your area. Pretty sure it's just a southern thing. So that's where I went to lunch.
Me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't get around, but there's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like.
Okay, so I've got them photographed in the unit. Now the unit is finished. Let me give you all a little overview. This is what the unit looks like, and then it just has all the different figurative language posters. I love creating posters. They're one of my favorite things to create, and this unit was just a quick little unit that was so fun, and I love how the photographs turned out. Okay, so I'm going to end the vlog here. I've been editing as I go, and I'm around the 20-minute mark, which is where I like to be. That usually takes about 5 hours to upload with my internet speed. So I'm doing good with the editing as I'm going process, which is helping not make it so overwhelming, which was always my issue when I was trying to film in the past. So hopefully I can keep this part up. I didn't get to the filming the journal entries for my book account on Instagram. I'll try to do that in the next vlog because I'm almost 3 books behind at this point and I need to catch back up, but I'll have to save that for another vlog. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.